The thing is that when numbers and letters are there, you can connect them in many ways. Okay, depending on what you want to highlight. So if you're choosing I and V and different ones, to in the Roman numerals, then you are highlighting those particular letters more. So once you use that system, the energies of those things will become more prominent as a whole in the people who use that Latin system and everything, which they have a very clear that we want this result, you know, like, so we will use this kind of thing. Just like if you are making a house, you say like, I want to use this kind of insulation because it gets very cold out here. I want this insulation so that I get warm. Okay, you might live in a warmer climate, and you say like, I want to use this kind of mud building which keeps it cooler inside. Okay, now you won't make the house the same way in a cold place and in a warm place, right? You'll use
Yeah.
different materials, different kind of
Yeah.
things, and right, like this. Now these people decide, what do I want from this, what effect, and I'm going for this effect, and these particular ones will be useful, and these are not useful. So they're like materials. You leave this one material, you get this material, you know,
Yeah.
and use it in the way you want it to have the desired effect which you want from that. So that's all deliberate. Okay, it is deliberate by the beings who understand the energies of those particular letters. That,
Letters and number
so
and all.
and the combination of those letters, and that's what mantra is in Sanskrit. It's combination of certain letters which become certain words, and then that becomes a mantra in Sanskrit. So we can say
Yeah.
that is one mantric branch of, and that's why, like in the Roman, that thing, in the Latin thing, they have these Gregorian chants, right? Like Gregorian chants, like
Yeah.
those sounds which, now those sounds which they make in Gregorian chants, and the energy they produce, they you feel something like when they are chanting that, you know the energy they produce is similar to the energy of the letters they've chosen for the Roman numerals. So so that is a sonic form of the energy of, and then that creates a mood, isn't it? Like, in the cathedrals when they do that, with the big loud sound, and cathedrals increase the energy and the sound and volume and the power of that, and they make 100 people do it together, right? you know to amplify it. What does that do? It produces a certain effect. When you do that, you will create a certain energy wave on earth. Okay, now that energy wave will affect that whole area and everybody who lives there, and their mind will start functioning within that energy wave, even if they don't know it, and they don't have to take part in that choir, Gregorian choir or chant or anything, but it will still do that. Okay, so that's a play with energy. That's like a mantra being chanted out here to create a certain effect on earth, on the minds of people, on the whole functioning and everything. So land gauge is happening, mind gauge is happening, everything is happening at the same
Yeah.
time. So it's elaborate science. This is real technology, like, what I would call real tech, you know, from an advanced tech, so
Yeah.
it's
Sound. Just to finish with that, sound is very powerful. You can levitate with sound, like bees levitate like that just by emitting a
yeah,
frequency or something with their wings.
yeah, yeah,
So people that manipulate the fabric of fantasy we live in, uh,
yeah,
they know that sound has a huge effect on us, and that's
yes,
why we go to concert
yeah, but
and stuff.
sound, that
Sound has
note,
a huge effect.
notes, like notes also have numbers. Notes also have name, EADGDE. Like, you
Yeah,
know
yeah. Music
so
also is interested to
yeah,
look at the music
notes,
part. Yeah,
numbers, letters are all, and each have certain frequency, right? Like frequency is a number. Like if it's 432 hertz or 440, what's the difference? 440 will be 8 and 432 will be 9, right?
Yeah.
So 9 will obviously be different from 8. So the energy of a 440 hertz thing will be different from a 432 hertz thing, you know, and depends on what effect are you wanting to create, So the beings which are using things should know what they're trying to do. Whether it's negative or positive, that is a later matter. First, just the awareness what you're trying to achieve and what is what for what, you know. So that comes first, like that knowledge and understanding, and that is what the Vedic tradition was about, and the Vedic things in ancient times. That was knowledge. That's what was called knowledge, you know, which
Yeah.
is completely not there in today's school system, right? Like this is nowhere to be seen at all. Like
Wish I had a
complete,
course on etymology back then.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
should be taught in school, all that
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. Etymology, numerology, sound factors, like what energies of sounds, energies of everything, all of this, you know, which are related to the stars, the constellations. Each constellation even has their own sound in the sky. There are 27 major constellations, and each one have their own 4 sounds. So the 108 sounds are there from the constellations even. So like we have, so that's where
Now,
we are going with.